So now I'm ready with my setup. What we are going to do? Correct, we are going to do sedimentation process. So for that I have taken one glass. Instead of glass jar I have taken transparent glass so that the results should be easily visible to you. One glass of water and soil. So let's start with our activity. In a glass, see this is a soil, right? So in a glass I'll add small portion of soil to make a muddy water. Let's add some water to it and let's mix it up, right? Now let this mixture stand at rest, keep at rest for 5 minutes. So ready to watch the results? Yes. See the results? The water has got separated from the sediments. You can easily see that all the heavier particles of soil has got collected at the bottom of the glass. See, and this portion, these particles are called sediments, which are heavier than water and has been settled down at the bottom of the glass. Hope you are enjoying while watching this activity, and it's very easy activity. You can do it by your own also. So let's continue with the decantation process. Decantation means pouring the clean water into another container without disturbing the sediments. See, I have not disturbed the sediments. I have not allowed the sediments to be transferred into another glass. But without disturbing the sediments, I have poured the clean water into another container. So this process is known as decantation process. Now let's continue the same things for the process of filtration, right? So in your book, filtration is done with filter paper, but instead of filter paper I'm going to take this strainer. Everybody is having at homes in your kitchen, right? So again the same muddy water. Place the strainer on the mouth of the glass and start pouring water into another glass. Now what is left in the strainer? Can you guess? You can see soil is found in the strainer. This is called filtration process. So now can you think of that filtration process where you use in your daily life? Yes, you are right. We do the filtration process while filtering the tea from the tea leaves. When you separate the tea leaves from the tea, you do the same process. Another activity for filtration process, as I mentioned, that you do it while pouring the tea into the cup. See, I have taken tea in this cup and I'll start pouring the tea. Yes. Now you can see tea leaves got separated from the tea. So hope you have understood the process of filtration. Now let's continue our reading part. Hope you have understood each and everything through the activities. So what is sedimentation? Sedimentation is a process in which the heavier particles, like heavier particles of soil, of an insoluble solid in a liquid settle down at the bottom. This mass of solid particles that settle down at the bottom is called sediment. See, here you can see solid particles get settled down at the bottom and they were termed as sediments. Now next is process of decantation. Decantation is a process that follows sedimentation. It involves pouring out the liquid without disturbing the sediments. What is the speciality of this process? That you have to pour the liquid from one container to another container, but without disturbing the sediments. You should not allow the sediments to be transferred into another can or another jar. The liquid that is poured out still contains some insoluble solid particles, right? So activity 5 is all about the sedimentation and decantation process, and this I have already performed it in form of activity for you people. You can also try it at home. And let's move to our next part, that is loading. What is loading? Let's read out. During sedimentation, the heavier particles settle down very quickly, but finer particles take long time. Finer particles can be made to settle faster by dissolving a small quantity of alum to the muddy water. This method is called loading. So basically, what is alum? I think, have you ever heard about fitkari? If you don't know, you can ask your mother. Fitkari, basically the loading process is adding alum to the water to fasten the process of sedimentation. Adding alum to the water makes the sedimentation process very quick, because while doing the sedimentation process, I kept my glass jar at rest for 5 minutes. But if you add alum, it will make more faster that process. Instead of waiting for 5 minutes, hopefully we have to wait for 1 or 2 minutes and the process will be over. So why it is called loading? As the name indicates, load, because the fine particles which keep on floating in the water even after the process of sedimentation and decantation, those particles get loaded by adding the water. It means it becomes more heavier, and you know that heavier particles get settled down at the surface of the water very quickly, right? So those finer particles become more heavy after adding the alum to it. It adds weight to the fine particles, and due to the heavy load, it gets settled down at the bottom of the jar, like it's shown in this figure. Again the glass jar, right? Sedimentation process is done, but now they have added alum, या फिर आप इसको बोल सकते हैं फिटकड़ी. Alum, what alum has done? Alum has added load to the finer particles floating in the water even after the process of sedimentation and decantation. So quickly they make the sediments settle down at the surface of the water, and the process is known as loading. Have you understood? So students, now I want you to pause the video for a while and I want you to read the whole paragraph till now, whatever we have read. So now let's move on to the filtration process. I did this activity. I did the activity of filtration with the help of strainer. But here, as I told you earlier also, activity is shown through the filter paper. Fine. So instead of filter paper, you can use strainer. It is a process of separating insoluble solid substances present in water using a filter. For example, your mother uses a strainer to filter the tea leaves from the prepared tea. Hopefully you have got this point very clear in your mind, because activity leaves this ever long lasting impact in the mind. So the same activity, I did it for you. Some people tie a thin muslin cloth to the mouth of a tap to filter the mud in the water. Filtration is also used to separate pulp from fresh juice or for preparing cottage cheese at home. So these are the common examples. These are the common examples in your book for which you can go for the filtration process, right? In the laboratory, filtration is done using a filter paper placed in a funnel. A filter paper is a circular paper. It is a filter paper and it has very small fine pores in it, out of which the liquid passes out, and what is left, it do not allows the insoluble solids to pass through it. So all the insoluble substances are left over the paper and they are being collected on the paper. A filter paper has a circular paper with million of tiny holes in it which are not visible with the naked eye. For filtration to be carried out, the filter paper is folded into a shape of cone as shown in the diagram and placed in the funnel. Firstly, you have to take the filter paper, fold it in two halves, and then again you have to fold it in this way. This is the third step, and finally it will become in conical shape, and you have to place it as it is on the mouth of the beaker. Like it's shown in this diagram on page number 32. On the same page, at the end of the page, you can see the diagram in your book. The same process is shown over here, and this yellow box is also shown before this activity. This exercise would be done by you. Earlier, before I started with my work, that exercise and this exercise, answers of both the exercises will be discussed tomorrow.